And how about hello 2023?
And lift off on another Tarot Today live. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Shout outs to everybody on Blog Talk and YouTube. So we are simulcasting. We are on Blog Talk Radio and video streaming on YouTube. That's right. So if you're listening to us on Blog Talk, go over to Tarot Today Live. In fact, tarottoday.live is a URL that'll take you right to our channel, and you can pop in on the live. Join us in the chat room there. That's right. And if you are watching us on YouTube, you can dial into the show, 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. When you get through, remember to press 1 on your dial pad so we know you want to be live on air with us.
Yes.
Mary, I love your glasses.
Do you love them? I am ready for 2023. I
can't quite see. What do you have here? What's that?
I have my Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy
necklace.
New Year. Oh, yeah.
And then my Happy New Year glasses. My Hello 2023 cocktail napkin and a cocktail.
Oh,
but
yes.
it's a Shirley Temple. Later on, it'll be a Shirley Temple black. And a noisemaker. Happy
we are
New Year,
all
everybody.
set. Aren't we all set?
Off.
We are so ready for 2023.
Oh my gosh. Now I can see again.
I'm glad you took those off because I think I would have been hypnotized through the entire show.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Like, hey, how's everybody doing? Are you ready for 2023?
I'm ready.
I'm telling you,
I don't know if I'm ready for 2023, but I'm ready for 2022 to be over.
Yeah,
crazy.
That's the main thing. Yeah, we'll talk about 2023 on Monday. Monday, it'll be the 2nd. So it'll be the first show in the new year. And we can talk about the world number, the world year number. Yeah. Sometimes it's called the universal year number.
So it'll be the first show of the new year because there's no show on Sunday on the 1st, right?
Okay. No show on Sunday, but Sharona will be back on the 8th with Magic Universe on Blog Talk Radio on our Psychic Talk Radio network. No YouTube live though. We're the only ones that do the YouTube lives. We're brave.
So far.
So we've gone through like a whole year of doing the lives. What do you think? Has it been that long? Did we do it all year? I can't remember.
No, we've done it since September, October is when we started.
It seemed like so much longer than that because we have like 40 of them in the can at least.
Well, we were doing them 3 times a week, so it doesn't take long to get there.
That's true. But, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was okay. It was fine. What do you think?
I think it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I love the interaction in the chat room on YouTube.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Oh, YouTube instituted the @ thing like everybody else has been doing it for years.
Yeah, I do like that.
So I did want to tell everybody that we are, our handle is @Tarot Today Live, and it's 2 T's in the middle there. So it's Tarot Today Live. If you want to find us on YouTube, maybe you're listening on Blog Talk, but we do have that fancy URL, www.tarottoday.live, and that takes you right over here as well. In fact, let's look in the chat. I got to put on my old man spectacles. Guess what? I've got my Sally Jesse Raphael glasses. Awesome. Do you remember Sally Jesse? I loved Sally Jesse. Oh my God, we are really dating ourselves. I bet most people out there don't even know who we're talking about. Anyway, talk show host, 80s. Let's look in there.
90s.
Was it the 90s? I can't remember.
I think so. I didn't
80s,
watch
90s.
talk shows in the 80s. So I'm
Oh,
guessing
okay.
it was the 90s because I saw her a couple times.
Oh, yeah. I used to watch it all the time. So Pamela's in there. Hi, Pamela.
Hey,
Pamela
Pamela.
Steele, the fabulous deck creator, artist, author, and member of our
Happy New
staff.
Year, Pamela.
Happy New Year, Pamela. Borders Rule is in there. It says howdy, Daxie and Mary. Mary New
Hello.
Year's Eve. Who is that? Oh, it's
Yes.
Char. That's Charlotte. I didn't know that. Borders Rule is Charlotte.
Wow.
Crit's in there. Oh, Ellie's in there too. Ellie the Moonchild.
Hi,
Hey,
Ellie.
how you doing? Who else is in here now? Okay, Jasmine has joined us. Hi, Jasmine.
Hi,
And
Jasmine.
she has, I love her because she actually said in the chat, I have liked the video as always. So, hey, I'm going to take this second to say, hey, smash that subscribe button and click the bell. Wow. Thank you so much, Jasmine. That is just awesome. You know, our regulars are helping us out here, Mary.
It's awesome.
What else here, Jasmine? I think that's everybody so far. And then let's look at the phone lines. Oh, we got a bunch of calls on the phone lines. We'll be taking your calls soon. Hey, Mary, you want to give out the number again so people can get in?
Exciting. Yes, the number to call is 714-816-4628. And be sure to press the number 1 on your dial pad because it raises your skinny little alien arm in the air and Dex can find you on the switchboard. And also, you can ask questions from the chat room if you're watching this live on YouTube. The easiest way to do that is to just say, pull a card from me. If you just want a general reading, you just want a card of the day kind of thing pulled for you. Or if you have a very specific question, just type in your question. You don't have to ask for a reading or anything else. Dax just looks through the comments as they come in and then we pull cards for you.
Yep. So, you know, we have the folks that, oh, just real quick, I wanted to say one of my favorite things this year with the lives is, you know, we have the folks that just join us in the chat room. And of course, on Mondays, we don't have the simulcast going with Blog Talk, so we don't have the phone lines. And then there's the folks that just, you know, find us through Blog Talk Radio and they're listening to the simulcast. But I love it when we have the folks that are chatting with us in the chat room on YouTube, and then they dial in to the Blog Talk show and we get to talk to them live on air. That's been my favorite thing so far.
That is fun. I like that. What
were you going to say?
Nothing. I was just talking about, you know, pulling cards for people. I wanted to tell you what I got for the card of the day.
Card of the day.
Today. Yeah. And I actually drew 2 cards of the day.
Oh my God, I did too. It was by accident. I'll tell you in a minute. Go ahead.
Mine was intentional. The first card comes from the Lyran Oracle, which I got for Christmas and I'm totally crazy about. And it's by somebody named Flo Karuna. Now Age Imaginations is the publisher. And the card I got is Flow. Surf the polarities of consciousness. Check that out. Look at the lion, everything else. And it's talking about like kind of like examining things, taking time to sit back and examine things. I don't know. I was hoping like for New Year's Eve that there would be more exciting cards than this, like sit back, right?
I know.
And yeah, so that's why I drew a second card from a different deck, the Power of the Elements deck by Cassie White, another deck I got for Christmas that I absolutely love. And this card was interesting too. Sit with your soul. The journey is within. So that's like 2 in a row saying like, hey, you know, now's a good time to go within, to kind of take stock of things. And, you know, it does make sense, even though we're used to New Year's Eve being associated with partying and everything, you know, at the same time, it's the passing of 1 year, you know, it's like, we're gearing up for another spin around the sun. And what do we want this year to be about? Maybe it's time to get a little quiet, go within and kind of like figure that out instead of just, you know, doing drunken resolutions at the party tonight. But anyways, that's what I got. How about you, Dex? What did you get for
Absolutely.
cards
Well,
of the day?
real quickly, I'm going to type in the phone number in the chat because they are asking us to do that for reference. So I'm going to pop it in there. Thanks for that idea. Pamela Steele actually said, can you put the phone number in for reference here? 714-816-4628. Call in, Pam. Say hello. Oh, Ellie, everybody, Crit. I think Charlotte's actually or was on the board here. Call back in, Charlotte, and raise your hand. We can chat with you during the show. Yes, so it is Saturday, December 31st. By the way, the last Saturday of the month. So you know what that means. Coming up shortly, the Psychic Spin segment. And today we're looking at that fabulous movie, Avatar, The Way of Water, that just came out. I saw it last week. Will Avatar, The Way of Water be profitable? And we're going to be asking the tarot because tarot tells. That's right. So December 31st. So every 31st is a 4 energy. 3 + 1 is 4. We call that reduction in numerology. Whenever you have a large number, 3 digits, 4 digits, 2 digits, keep adding them together until you get a single digit. And 4 is structure in numerology. It's all about the structure. Now, the entire date, the 12th, so December 12th month, and then the 31st and 2022. It's the last time we can do this because we're about to switch to 2023. It's going to be a 7 world year, folks. We'll talk about that on Monday. You add those together and reduce, you get a 4 also. So it's a lot about structure today. So I pulled my card of the day. I was shuffling and I accidentally, like another card jumped out. That happens in tarot, right? So the main card that I was shooting for turned out to be the 4 of Cups. That's right. Yeah. And I love that when that synchronicity happens with the cards, where it's the same number on the card up here, 4, as it is the numerology of the day. And the entire date also reduces to 4. Yes, all about that structure. Now, in this card, especially the traditional Waite Smith version of the card, this is actually from Ciro Marchetti's Grand Lux deck, slightly different, but it's a similar idea where, contemplating over these 3 cups down here. Now, cups are emotions. Okay. So it's how he feels about these options down here. And then there's the 4th option up here. Still trying to work on my camera work here, that he doesn't quite see yet. And it's even more pronounced on the Waite Smith version, where it's coming out of a cloud way off to the side, and doesn't see it at all. He's looking straight down at the cups. He's actually sitting under a tree in the Waite Smith version. And I think what's going on here as we're moving into 2023, this is a message from tarot to work on your foundations. That's that 4 energy. And I think a lot of us have felt like this, where we haven't been happy with the options in 2022. So now, as we move into 2023, look for this 4th option. Look for what you're missing. Okay. Now, I said a card fell out, and I've been getting this card a lot, Mary, the last say couple of weeks, and it makes sense because it's card 18, the moon. 18 reduces to 9. 1 + 8 is 9. 9 is the ending of a cycle. We're ending the year. It kind of makes sense that, the moon card would show up. I've also been having a lot of strange dreams. Have you guys been having strange dreams? Or maybe strange is a bad word for it. It's more intense and vivid. Let's just say that. Okay. And so this card fell out to bring us this message about, it's twofold. One is focusing in on your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams as we morph into 2023 here, starting a whole brand new year. And then also that 9 energy. What can you let go of? What beliefs no longer serve you? Relationships, physical objects around you or in your home. Clean out the closets, literally clean out the garage, make room for the new to come in, but especially things that we're holding on to, old habits, especially the bad habits you want to get rid of. Hey, it's that time of year, or it will be tomorrow. New Year's resolutions, right? That's what we're all doing at midnight. So that's what I got for the cards of the day and numerology of the day there.
Cool.
Awesome sauce. Let me check the chat here, Mary. Oh my God, the chat is just going insane here.
Cool.
I'm trying to see. We got Tarot Destroyer in there. There's a name, Tarot Destroyer.
Ooh, that sounds
I'm trying to
exciting.
see if anybody's requested a reading yet. We're going to be doing the psychic spin in a second, though. So Crit, who is my future spouse? Have I already met him? So there's one we're going to do. Let's see. I want to see if I'm missing anything. And Pamela Steele says, "Is 2023 ready for you guys?"
Maybe not.
I don't know. Jasmine says, "Happy New Year's Eve from your Libra friend. Blessings."
Blessings, bright blessings. Happy New Year to everybody.
Let's see. I think Polar, there's Pola's got a question about a guy. Let's see if there's any more questions in here. So yeah, if you just want us to pull a card for the new year, or just pull a card in general, just pop that in the chat. Pull a card for me, please. But if you have a very specific question, type in the specific question.
Yes.
Okay. And Pam's going to want us to pull a card as well. Okay. So Mary,
Awesome.
do we want to do the psychic spin first, or do some card pulls, what do you want to do?
Let's do the psychic spin first, and then go to the phones, and then go to the chat.
What
do you think?
Hey, it sounds great to me.
And I'm using the Mystical Realm Tarot today from Lisa Porter. Another deck I got for Christmas. I'm excited.
Awesome. So, will Avatar: The Way of Water be profitable? This came up because Mary and I have been talking about the movie for a while now, and I finally got to see it. I loved it. I saw it in 3D, of course.
Good.
And oh gosh, it was, just as much of a spectacle and a visual smorgasbord as the first version was. We had to wait a lot of years, and people go, why did it take so long? Well, you got to understand, it's not just this one movie. 2 movies were being filmed, three actually. Part of Avatar, 2, 3, 4. Part of Avatar 4 has already been filmed. 3's in the can already, and whether we get to a 5, 6, 7 all depends on the box office, as it is with everything. So I was talking to Mary about this, and we thought, hey, why not do a psychic spin on it? So I'm going to do a little shuffling here. So besides the box office, besides the will Avatar become profitable? It did surpass $1 billion already. James Cameron has said it'll take what, Mary? $2 billion just to break even?
Yeah, he's projecting it needs to make $2 billion to break even. And I know there's some analysts that think they disagree with those numbers or whatever, but the thing is like, they're not privy to like all the contracts involved with a film like this, and especially
what's all the percentages
there? Well, that, and some people take points as well, and also now we're talking about Disney, it's a little bit different. So I don't know. I think, breaking even, when it's all said and done, will probably be easy for him to reach that 2 billion. He's already got 1 billion worldwide box office. He'll probably easily reach that. It may take a little longer. I don't think he'll do it necessarily just off the theatrical release, but it's just a matter of nobody's risk averse. You can't afford to be
Yeah.
risk averse. Hollywood is just now trying to roar back, but at the same time,
We're,
I think it's hard to
we're
say
still
that
having
it's roared.
problems.
Yeah, at the same time, it's that, and it's really just like the blockbusters that are doing okay. I mean, indie
Mm.
film is still like, you know, struggling really, really hard. So, it's kind
And
of
there's a
an
problem with
interesting contrast.
overseas.
Well, yeah.
Think of
I mean, there's
China.
problems everywhere.
China and
We're,
Russia are two of the biggest markets, and China, it's a disaster right now, and it's very, very
yeah.
difficult for film. We get a lot of the income comes from the China market and Russia, but the China market, and they're saying a lot of the problem is with the COVID and people not being able to go see a film. You know.
We're still in the middle of a pandemic, whether anybody likes it or not. That doesn't change
Oh
the
yeah.
reality, you know? And so
It's
in
amazing
different
how many
countries,
deniers there are out there. It's like it's so obvious. All you got to do is,
well, it's,
they
it's kind of like you get tired of it. It's hard to, try and get people, right, and the public to kind of go along with something, go along with those restrictions, go along with these rules. It's like we're all human, and at some point, people start feeling like, okay, I need to just go on with my life. So it's like that kind of denial that I'm talking about more than anything else.
hmm.
It's like when we're denying the reality that exists because it doesn't really fit with how we want to live our lives, you know and that happens a lot.
Yeah.
But anyways, what are we going to ask about Avatar?
Well,
Will it be
I mean, the
profitable?
the the main question up here on the banner for that, it's looking really good. I mean, I'm getting cards of celebration, right? Um, Ten of Cups too. That's really positive. Um, a new beginning for I feel for the series of films, like it's taken, how long has it been, Mary? 10 years, 11 years, and now it's finally getting rolling again, and three's in the can and part of four is filmed. Oh, happy harvest.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. What are you getting? Are you going to pull on that, or do you want to do a different one?
Yeah, I
I
want to
think
do a
it'll be
different.
profitable. Good.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I think it'll be profitable. That's my answer on, where is it? It's over here. The question. I'm not good on the camera pointing yet. What do
right.
you want to
And
ask?
I want to ask, does it make a difference?
Mm,
Does it
mm,
does this particular film, make a difference? We can talk about, a movie that makes billions of dollars and millions, multi-millions, hundreds of millions of people go see it worldwide. Um,
right.
what impact does it truly have?
Oh,
And
and while you're shuffling,
yeah, well, I'm
I'm
thinking.
gonna
Go ahead.
I I'm gonna throw in, my, does it matter thing. I really
Oh,
don't think
sure.
so.
Go ahead.
I Okay, so my thing is, and I didn't want to bust the bubble on the question, will Avatar: The Way of Water be profitable? I think it will. Over time, there's no way it won't. Um, Earlier on, it got such a slow start. We were wondering, will it even break even? I think it's going to break even. But as far as, they were going, well, yeah, I mean, it's got to be profitable, or we're not going to see film number 3 and number 4, I don't think it matters, the box office. You know why? Unlike every other sequel, where whether or not there was going to be any other sequels was dependent on that, he's already filmed Avatar 3. It's already in the can. Avatar 4 has been partially filmed already. Yeah, they could scrap it, but I don't think so. 3 is going to come out for sure. 4 most likely. I don't know about 5, 6, 7. You know, I mean, they're actually doing work on 6 and 7 right now, believe it or not, in the background, you know, not filming or nothing, but they're, you know, they're doing the storyboards, they're doing the story, you know, they're working things out with the script and all that stuff already. That's one of the things also that took so long, is that he wanted all the scripts done before production could start on any of the films. The script had to be completely done, you know, whereas in a lot of movies, I mean, there's still, I remember it was, I was just watching something on, oh, what was it? Oh God, it was the Tom Cruise one, Edge of Tomorrow, I think it was. And they didn't have the script even halfway done. They were writing the script as they were filming. It was crazy, just absolutely crazy. Anyway, so I just want to put that in because you brought up, does it matter? And you know, I don't think it, as far as the profitability, I don't
Right.
think it
Well,
matters.
that wasn't actually what I meant by the question. That wasn't my
I
question.
know, but
Does
you
it matter?
gave
But
me that idea,
anyway,
so
I'm glad I did, because that's very interesting. Yeah, and look, you know, as far as like the whole script thing, a lot of that stuff you can't really know for sure. And
oh
truly,
yeah,
Cameron has been on this journey with Avatar 2, especially, and you could say with the first Avatar as well, for really, really long time. And it's not just, you know, for him, and what, and it ties into my question of does it matter? You know, when he did Ghost of the Abyss, the documentary on the Titanic, when he did Aliens of the Deep, especially, which was a documentary of this very, very deep water thermal vents, you know, where light doesn't make it that far, but you have all this life down there, like these, you know, they're kind of white and they glow and they luminesce and everything. Um, I think really with this film, Avatar 2, you can take it all the way back, at least to Aliens of the Deep, if not the Titanic and Ghosts of the Abyss, and see how he was developing the technology. And that, for Cameron, is really, I think, what drives him. I mean, we talk about box office numbers. He does very well. You know, he's you know, he's one of our most successful filmmakers, and most innovative. And like literally, things get invented when James Cameron has an idea about it. So my question is, because I know ocean conservation is incredibly important to him, um, and you know, Avatar, this one especially, and again, this journey starting with Ghosts of, you know, Aliens of the Deep, rather, and bringing that technology forward to be able to like make a film like this. Is it going to make a difference? Is it going to bring any more awareness to people of the things that Cameron is actually passionate about? Is it going to make any big difference when it comes to how movies are made going forward? Those kinds of things, and what kind of difference, if anything, do we see here? And you know, it's like it often is with movies, and I've seen this 1,000 times, really, as we have the central card is 4 cups, you know. So there's a lot of people that's just going to go over their head. They're not going to get it. They're going to kind of ignore that part of it and just sit there and eat their popcorn and enjoy it. But at the same time, you might have some people that, you know, are thinking like, okay, you know, I like this step forward. Let's keep going with this innovation. Let's go onward and upward. And in the end, we have the Three of Pentacles. You could see some more collaborative efforts happening, along the lines of what it took for Cameron to make this film, not only this film, but a lot of other ones. He works so integrated with scientists, people from like different, specialties in technology and stuff. And so I look forward to more people like breaking the next barrier in what we can actually bring to the screen and how immersive of an experience we can make it. Although, keep it to 2 hours, James, please. You can do it. You can make a 2 hour movie. I know you can.
One of these days. Hey, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 will be only 2 hours and 20 minutes instead of
right
3 hours and 20. As I was watching it, I didn't really notice the time that much.
Good.
He did a great job of keeping things moving. So,
Excellent.
I was worried about that. In fact, some of my friends said, there'll probably be an intermission. There was no intermission. You sat there for 3 hours and I was amazed at myself. I normally, after the 2 hour mark, I really got to get up and, run to the restroom, come back. I did not have to do that. The friend I was there with did, but I didn't. So I was very proud of myself. Oh, while you were talking, I pulled some more cards, just for the heck of it, real quickly. James is the magician. That makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these are also James. Okay, so we got the Knight of Coins, trying to be, balancing the practical with the King of Wands, the fire energy. So he's got all that passion, and he's trying to walk the fine line between the two. And this card was in the center. That's what makes him the magician. Trying to balance that where he's, passionate about it, but he's got to bring it into the practical world of making money through movies, So I think he does a good job with it. So that's it, folks. Our psychic spin. And woo, Happy New Year. So we're going to go to the phone lines next. Of course, on Monday, it's just, it's all about the chat here on YouTube.
Yes.
On Saturdays, because we're simulcasting, we focus more on the calls. So we'll try to get to some questions in the chat, but your best bet is to call in. I'm just going to say that right off the bat here. Oh, I got to reshuffle. Hold on. Get the cards ready. Going to go to the phone lines. Let's see here. Who's been waiting the longest? It looks like area code 651. 651. Caller, are you there?
Yes. Hi.
Hello,
This
caller.
is Christiana calling from Minnesota.
Hi.
Christiana,
Hi.
Minnesota.
What did you want to talk about?
Yeah, I was wondering what do you see for a career this year? Like what field for me, of course.
Dax, do you want to go first, or?
That's an interesting one. It's interesting. The card of the day, the 4 of Cups, showed up. So right off the bat, I'm going to say this is what you should be doing is something you haven't thought of yet. Okay. And then I'm getting things. Let's see here. Okay. The Hanged Man is telling us that you got to think outside the box. This is one of the thinking outside the box cards. Basically, the Hanged Man hangs himself upside down so he can see the world 180 degrees inverted from the rest of us. So he sees things that others don't. So that is, really what you should be looking at. And then I'm getting, the 5 of Swords. And that's the heart of the matter. That's the card that was in the center. So swords are thoughts and ideas, right? And typically the 5 of Swords is talking about So a battle's happened, and there's usually figures in the background that they're the losers, obviously, and the winners, in the front. And he's gathering the swords together. He's picking up the swords from the battlefield. Kind of, in some of the versions, has a smirk on his face, and the whole concept is like, okay, you might win, but at what cost? All right. So what is that talking about here? As soon as I got that card, right away, I was thinking the word mediation popped in my head, that somehow you should be doing some form of counseling, working with others, helping them mediate in some way. That's what I'm getting. So let's see what Mary's getting. Maybe it'll shed more light. What are you getting, Mary?
Yeah. Well,
Thank you.
couple things that come up here, the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups, that of course is going to make me say you should do what you love, what's in your heart, follow your heart is the message of the Knight of Cups. But we have the World card too. So I feel like it's really kind of open. The Fool card is right underneath that World card, so it's like the whole gamut from like 0 to 22, 21 actually. But, like there's a whole spectrum, you have a lot of choice available. What comes up in the end that sort of ties into what Dax was talking about with the Five of Swords is I did get the Justice card. So maybe dispute resolution, maybe working in the legal field, but it almost doesn't matter what industry we're talking about. What's really going to matter is how you feel about it. With that Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups are about emotions, and the Knight of Cups is saying, like, where's your heart taking you? So that's my advice, is like, check in and see what your heart's really into.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to volunteer
thanks for the call,
for
Christian.
hospice, but
okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's huge. That's huge.
That's one of the helping. Yeah, that's perfect. Fits right in there with the criteria. When I said mediation, it's very fast and loose there. It's more of any helping field, helping, counseling. It fits right in with what you're doing. It makes sense. Makes sense to me anyway.
Pay attention to how you feel while you're doing that and working with hospice to see if that's for you, and also that might lead to other things as well, because of the people you meet and like the different sides of the whole hospice experience. There's volunteering and helping out with patients and stuff, but then there's like, it's a lot of paperwork too.
Yeah. By the way, Ellie says in the chat, those decks are pretty cool, Mary.
Thanks.
Are those some of your new ones you got for Christmas?
They are. Yeah, I got the Mystical Realm Tarot by Lisa Porter, who did the Martian Oracle, the Mystical Martian Oracle, and I got the Power of the Elements deck, which I'm really loving. What's so weird is that one and the Lyran Oracle, the White Lion, fifth dimensional beings from the star system Lyra Oracle.
Yeah.
Those two have been like uncannily accurate so far.
By the way,
I've only been working with them since Christmas, but so far.
Of course, yeah. So Pamela actually said a little while back in the chat, shades of Elton John with those glasses.
Right? Don't you
the glasses
love them?
you had, Mary? Yeah, it is. It
Happy New
is.
Year.
I almost feel that way with my red glasses that I've got on today here, my Sally Jesse
totally.
Raphael. I love singing Elton John. I do a lot of that in karaoke.
Yours don't light
let's see
up.
who else. I know it's not as good. At least if it had the little, I got to get me some Elton readers.
Yes.
Is there such a thing? I don't want to. Let's see who's been waiting the longest. It looks like area code 310. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Vince
Hello.
calling from New York. How are you?
Hey, Vince.
Good.
Hi.
How are you doing? I have a
So,
dog.
I'm doing okay. I do have a question, but before I get into that, I know that psychics,
Oh,
for the
hi,
most part
dog.
of the time I've asked, they said we don't talk about politics. So I'm going to make a prediction. It's a dream that I had the other day. I dreamt that one of the biggest empires throughout some states is going to crumble to rubble, meaning, and it was all about Trump, that the Irish is going to start confiscating everything he owns. He's going to have to pay restitution to all the taxes. He's going to be facing jail time. And when he finally realizes that he's not going to win, I dreamt that if they let him off, like just while his trial is going on, he's going to flee to another country, and he's going to leave behind all the people that stood by him, including his family, and they're going to have to take the fall for what he's done. And I dreamt
He can
this,
join his friend
as
Putin in
clearly
Russia, Go to Russia.
Yeah, that's I dreamt that he went to a country that he cannot be extradited from. If he gets off and he's allowed to flee, then he'll do that.
Well, that's a great prediction. We're going to write that down
Yeah,
and
thanks
see
for
what
calling and
happens.
sharing that.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
Okay. So let's move on to the next call. See who's been waiting the longest here. Area code 402. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Heather. How are you?
Hi,
Good.
Heather.
How are you,
Happy New
Heather?
Year, almost.
Happy New Year.
Yes, happy
Where are you
New
calling
Year
in from?
to you. I love y'all's glasses. Oh,
Oh,
Nebraska.
thanks. Nebraska. Awesome.
Okay, guys. No, it sucks. Okay, guys, I
Well, you
really
got
need
the
I need some
Cornhuskers
help.
there. What do you want us to look at?
Okay, listen. I'm sorry, my husband's home, so I gotta be quiet. I have been getting a lot of like numbers, like constantly seeing numbers changing on my clocks, and songs will come on the radio and things like that. And so I feel like my soul is just waking up, and I have got to find a way out of here. I am in a very toxic, negative, terrible environment, and I'm isolated. I have no family. I'm on disability. I do not know what to do, but I have got to get out of here. And I've been talking with someone about making a movie about my life, because my life is just has actually just been that dramatic. And I just don't know if that's the best thing for me to do, or if there's something else, because I know, like, my dad's like, making movies takes a lot of time, Heather, And
well, the person that you're talking to about making a movie about your life, are they in the business, or is this just an idea of theirs and they're not even connected to the movie business?
No, she's an actress.
Okay, so she's got some track record of getting a film greenlighted, something like that, because that's the first thing that pops into my head is like, don't necessarily put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, so look, there's no reason that you couldn't work on a script, or do a deal, a life rights agreement with your friend, make sure that it's on the up and up, that kind of thing. But there's no reason that you couldn't do that as well as work on other ways to change your situation. Now look, the first card that comes up here is the 7 of Wands. And it's not a bad card, right? A lot of times we talk about, how the person looks like they have the higher ground and they're holding their own, they're standing up for what's important to them. It's really the message of it is to stand up for what's important to you, right? But you look at the card and you see the reason that they're that they're standing up and kind of fighting off these other people with sticks. So you got to figure out like what battles can you start winning? Okay. That saying, pick your battles, pick your battles, but also pick your goals for this year. What are the things that you can overcome that are holding you back? It might be the smallest thing ever, but it could make a difference because it's like you start building momentum to shift your life situation. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the past position. I feel like that represents you. And it's just like, I've given everything. I've given everything I can give. And now it's like you're in this sense of like ready to reconnect to, we have the Knight of Cups that comes up here. It's time to like listen to your heart and honor your feelings because they maybe haven't been honored lately. Okay. We have the Moon card in the outcome position here. So I feel like, yeah, there's gonna uncertainty is a factor of it, and being uncertain about, how to, change everything. Sometimes what happens is we get to that point where it's like it's all of a sudden, on our shoulders, and we just feel overwhelmed because we're thinking of all the different aspects of our life that need to change, that we want to do something about. And how do I do that? How do I get out of here? It's one step at a time. So find that one little battle that you can win with all the little different things and keep the momentum going. Take the idea of doing a film or a movie of the week or even a play based on your life. And if you're a writer, get to writing. And if you're going to do a life rights agreement with somebody, make sure they have a good track record. But let's see what Dex has to say.
Well, my message is, I think you pretty much covered it there, Mary, but my message is just real quick and sweet here. I mean, I got the card of the day, one of the cards of the day, the Moon card, number 18, that reduces to 9. Again, what can you let go of? Okay, so it's basically in alignment with what you've been saying. And then new opportunities. What are you really passionate about? Okay. And ultimately the Fool card. Take that leap of faith. Go for it. Absolutely go for it. Just like Mary was saying, start with that one thing and knock it out. Yeah. Thanks very much. And Happy New Year to you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we're going to take one more call before we take a look at the chat here. Area code 801. Caller, are you there? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I am here. Hey, Dexy, it's Charlotte.
Hey,
it's
Charlotte.
From Utah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Mary.
Charlotte. Hey.
Happy New Year, my friends. How are you?
We're doing well. How are you doing?
My dog is drinking. Can you hear the slurping going on in the background? My dog decided to get a drink right at that moment, and he's like,
"Did you see mine crawl up on my
gallon of water here?"
I know dogs don't care about live shows.
Yeah, it's hard to listen on the phone and also watch the video feed because I don't know, my internet's just a little bit slower than the rest of the world.
No,
it's just
they're out of sync.
So
no, you're listening on two different.
Yeah,
you're looking and listening on two different platforms, so it's not synchronized.
Yeah,
I don't blame you. Yeah, just don't
pick one.
Don't look at us and listen.
Yeah, well, I'll go back to looking at you after I talk to you, but Janet, for goodness sake, you've already had like the whole bowl. So, how Happy New Year to you guys. I love you guys.
Mhm.
I feel so grateful to be able to like
Aw,
have
we love you
my
too,
New
Charlotte.
Year's Eve start off with you guys. And
Oh, cool.
so I actually made notes because this is bad. So I'll say them quick. But
Wow.
I just want, because you guys started off with what 2023 was going to be about, right? And to me, I just want 2023 to be the year of love, where love conquers hate, it conquers, the dissent that's in the world. And, that everybody can, even if they only make one adjustment in their life towards love rather than annoyance or any kind of disharmony. I mean, if you can't bring your whole life into, the love bubble,
Right. It's not
at least
easy.
make one. And this is, it's not. And this is New Year's Eve, so I'm saying it now instead of waiting for the January 2nd show.
Awesome.
And it's so odd. I have resonated with so many of the callers today and the people in the chat room, and especially the one. First of all, I want to send my love to that last caller.
Yeah.
It broke my heart, and I hope she's working with local resources that are available to help people get out of those toxic areas. But my heart just totally, I'm just sending her so much love right now.
Yeah.
And so I just think it's cool, though, that everything's kind of resonating today. And I don't know if I'm the only one that's happening to or not. And
I don't know either, but I'm glad that it is.
I mean, I love both of you guys, but today I'm calling out Dax because I'm just saying, Dax, let that geek flag fly about Avatar. I friggin' loved it. And I'm going to go see it now. I wasn't going to go see it before. But while you were talking,
Oh, it's fun.
It's
fun.
Awesome.
You guys know I live in a small town. Mike, is it even here? Well, guess what? It is. So I'm going to go see that and try to take the deeper message. And also for you, Mary, you guys are like, Lordy, why did we take her call? Mary, so your card, I felt like you were kind of disappointed with that first card that you pulled, the lion card. And I did make a note of it in the chat. But I feel like the lion, to me, as soon as you pulled that, I mean, I felt, the word strength just like screamed at me. It was like strength.
Yeah.
But lions do take their time. They take their time. They, size up the situation. Then when the timing's right, kapow, everything happens. And they, and the energy that they've saved up. So was it really a boring card? I think not.
Well, I'm glad. Thanks for sharing that.
You're far more knowledgeable than I am, and
that was awesome.
So I don't imply that you're wrong, but
no, your insight is just as valuable.
So a real quick message for you, Charlotte, because we got to move on. We got a lot of people in the chat here waiting.
Yep, I know.
We're going to try to get a couple of questions from the chat. But I do have a message for you real quickly. I pulled some cards, got the 3 of coins. And sister, you better work. Gets to work in 2023. All right. And then somewhere in January, you're going to have a message come through. Okay. And this message is going to be about something new for you for 2023. And by the way, the number of the day is 4. And we got this nice 4 of wands here for you. Structure. I really think, especially career, I really think that something can finally come through for you that's totally new in 2023, even though it didn't happen in 2022.
Cool.
And I pulled a card for
I
Charlotte too
love that.
from the Lyran deck, and it
Ooh,
says
look at that.
the seeds have already been planted. So
Mm,
maybe
goes
that
right
new
along.
thing, yeah, maybe you've already planted the seeds for this new thing that is going to happen in 2023.
Ooh, I
Thanks
hope
for
it's
the
done with
call, Charlotte.
communication.
Thanks for the
Thanks for
call,
taking my call
Charlotte.
and letting me take up so much of your time, but I felt like I was going to explode. So thanks for
No, it's
letting me.
great. That was a great message.
Yeah,
It
no,
resonates with
Happy New
everybody,
Year.
I'm sure. Happy New
Yeah.
Year. And don't forget, we'll be back on Monday, Charlotte. So pop in the chat room if you can. And if you have any specific
Uh,
questions you want to ask, or you want us to pull another card for you, we'd be happy to do that. And we're almost at the end of the show, folks. Oh, real quick, I gotta tell everybody, Mary, that the holiday sale is still going on. And one of the big ones is my course. You know, if you've been thinking about enrolling in my course, it's normally $297, $200 off right now. It's only $97 to enroll. You get your CTR certification included, and you get free premium membership included as well. So your first year of premium membership, regularly $12, which is $1 a month. It's already a steal, but we're going to throw that in along with your CTR certification, $200 off. $97. And all you got to do is go over to thetarotguild.com. You'll see the banner for the holiday sale right there. And if you want to get Mary and I a cup of coffee, run over to coffee.tarottoday.live and you can put a tip in the tip jar, buy us a cup of coffee. Really appreciate that. And the holiday sale. Yeah, we, in addition to my course, we got readings on sale, our tag team readings that we do. Those are on sale, $50 off right now. Certification, membership, courses, and so forth. Yeah. So go check that out. And we're going to look in the chat here. I remember something about, okay, lightning round. We got to see what we can squeeze in here real quick. So Crit was asking about future spouse. Have I already met him? Oh, yep. Right off the bat, you have.
Yeah.
And he's coming through as a water sign. He's coming through as Knight of Cups. Alrighty, where's the next question? I don't know if you want to pull anything on that one. I think Pam.
If it's a yes or no, what I think it's not. You're already got it.
I can easily get that, you know. Pamela Steele wants us to pull a card for her. What do you got for Pam?
Oh, I know it's a lightning round. Hold on. I wasn't ready to be that super fast,
okay.
but I'm going to pull a white lion fifth dimensional being card for Pam. Okay, this is the one for Pam right here. Oh my goodness. The merge. Wow.
The merge.
The depths rests the treasure. So this is about going deep, Pam, going deep to find the treasure buried deep within in the depths. So that's pretty exciting. Card number 34, so it reduces to a 7. So this could be the year of like some sort of like spiritual treasure being brought out by Pamela Steele.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it on Monday, but you know, World Year 7 is year of spirituality. It's a magical year. And I got the High Priestess, you know, more magic. I really think that Pam could come out as the High Priestess this year. The wise woman, you know, really
she already is
doing that. I mean, she's already been doing that. She's been doing a lot of things for the guild, you know, popping in on
she is
workshops
that.
and all, but I think
she embodies
she is that. And I think in 2023, she could be doing a lot of it, you know, giving a lot of that out. Growing Old with Purpose wants us to pull a card. I got the wheel. Ooh. Wheel of Fortune, it's turning in your favor, growing old with purpose. Really, the hint here is that the world is completely open to you. Remember the cards and the numerology of the day, because I gave the clue there about how, it's what you can let go of and make room for. But, the whole world is open to you here with the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. And remember, the why comes before what you're manifesting. If you can get the why really clear, that's going to help you out. What'd you get, Mary?
I pulled a card from the Power of the Elements, and it is a peaceful reflection card asking you to spend some time reflecting within. Maybe, there's some place you can kind of get away and get quiet and get tranquil. And then that
I love
will
how it
help
has the
you
triangles.
discover the why of it by getting
I like the
peaceful.
triangles on those cards.
Me too.
And let's pull a card for Ellie the Moonchild.
Ellie the Moonchild.
You go first, Mary.
Ellie Moonchild. I'm gonna pull a Lyran Oracle card. Again, these are.
Is that everybody? Did we get everybody? If we didn't get you, say something in the chat real quick, because we're about to end the show. Yeah.
Okay. And the card I pulled for Ellie is receive, abundance flowing, unification, confidence. It's time to receive. Hopefully, you don't have a problem receiving abundance, right? Being open to receiving. What did you get, Dax, for Ellie?
Temperance, my favorite card in the whole deck, and it reduces to a 5, which is kind of weird, isn't it? It's card 14. 1 plus 4 is 5, but hey, 5 is change, and temperance is the marrying of opposites, and it's the alchemy card. I see big things for 2023 for Ellie. And if there's a couple of things that that seem like they don't go together, this card is telling you they can. You got to see how they can go together. But it's an adventure card, a high energy card. It's that 5 energy, adventure, high energy. It can be chaos, but sometimes we need to work that chaos magic, to make things happen. I think that's it. I think we got everybody. One last thing from Shar is, I realized the lion I saw was the back of the card, but I really had a strong reaction to it. She wanted to mention that.
There were lions on the front too. There's lions on almost every card, except for like that tree card I just pulled, because they're lion beings. They're 5th dimensional lion beings from the star system Lyra. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody. Where's this? Oh, you got to do the noisemaker as we go out here.
Woo, woo. I can't find it now. What did I do?
Everybody be safe. Everybody be safe.
Be safe. Have fun.
Bye,
Tie
everybody.
one on. Bye, everybody.
Tie one on. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Good night, John Boy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.